What's up, y'all? It's your girl Michaela, and today I wanted to do a very transparent post, just letting you know that I have had a breast lift and a breast reduction. I just thought it would be great to allow you guys to be a part of this journey with me. So I am 1 month post-op. This has definitely been a very hard experience for me. I know a lot of people think that because they've had breast implants put in before, that maybe a reduction or a lift would be an easy surgery, but it's definitely not. But before I get super into it, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video. Growing up, I remember as young as the 6th grade, I got made fun of. One of the boys in school called me orangutan titty. He said, "You got orangutan titties," and he just kept referring to me as orangutan titties. And it made me feel like really upset. Although, like, as an adult, if somebody said that to me, I don't know how to feel, but definitely as a young girl, like, growing into herself, I didn't know what to believe, and I started having body dysmorphia because I felt like because my breasts were growing that maybe it's because I was fat. You know, I thought that they were saggy. I also had a family member that would also talk bad about my breasts. So I did whatever I could around that time to just like lose weight. Sometimes I would starve myself. I would binge and purge, which means I would eat a lot, stuff my face, then throw up, and then repeat the cycle. So it was really bad. I did a lot of harm to my body at a young age. And unfortunately, as I got older, I still kept letting the things that people said get to me. And although I already had pretty big breasts, I was like a size C when I was 15 because I did get pregnant at such a young age as well, and I developed milk. One breast was a little bigger than the other, which even led to more body dysmorphia. So say, you know, if I had a boyfriend who just wasn't all that nice to me, or if I had a girlfriend that I changed in front of, they would always mention it. When I believe I was like 19 or 20, I got my first surgery, and it was a breast augmentation. The doctor ended up giving me implants. He gave me silicone implants, and they were 400 cc's. So a lot of you may say, well, what is 400 cc's as a cup size? And I would say, for me personally, because everybody is different, like say if you put 400 cc's in a girl that's tinier than me or a girl that's bigger than me, it kind of weighs out different. So I would say that it made me a full D. And the doctor also took out the extra breast tissue in my left breast. So I started feeling a lot more confident at that point. However, if I could talk to my younger self, right, I would tell my younger self, don't get surgery at all. I feel like because I started having surgery, that I couldn't stop having surgery. And some people are different. You know, with tattoos, people say, oh, once you get your first tattoo, you're gonna just get a bunch of tattoos later on, or you just like won't be able to stop after. You're gonna be obsessed. Where I only have one tattoo, and I mean, I would like to maybe have a few more in the future, but I'm not like super crazy about it, you know? When it came to surgery, I just felt like there were so many things that people kept saying was wrong with me growing up that I told myself once I got the money for it, I would fix it. Here I am telling you years later, maybe, you know, you're a female that needs to hear this, or a male that has a strong hold in a female's life where maybe she'll listen to you. This is to the future you or the future of somebody you love. If there's any way to prevent you from getting surgery by just like loving the body that God gave you, do it. Now, if you feel like there's nothing that could make you happier than to get your breasts done, I want you to really do your research on the doctor that you go to. I want you to consult a family member that loves you and pray about it, then get it done. But for me, I just felt like I did everything so impulsively, and this might sound pathetic, but it got to a point where for every breakup I would have, I'd get a new plastic surgery. And I'm telling you guys, if it takes looking a certain way for somebody to love you, they don't love you. Because looks are going to fade, and then you're gonna have to get another surgery to either take out the old implant and put a new one in, or maybe it bursts, or you don't like that look anymore. Like, gravity is a real thing. And you know, after having my daughter, I went from a size D to a G. Okay? If I had known after being a mom that my boobs would get that big, I would have never, like, Michaela from 10 years ago would have never got a breast augmentation. Cause baby, like, I really wanted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that my boobs looked bad at all, but especially after getting an epidural when I was in labor with my daughter, that back pain is no joke. And then that added on breast tissue, man, ooh, it's been so, like, my breasts were just so painful, you guys. I can't even express it enough. They were so painful. So a month ago, I decided to reach out to a doctor that was recommended by one of my lawyers. I ended up getting, you know, a breast reduction and a breast lift. And I thought that it would be such an easy recovery, like getting my breast implants put in, but it wasn't, and it hasn't been. But I have an amazing doctor, so it has nothing to do with the doctor. I want you guys to consider that when you have surgery, it's so important to be stress-free. So if you're going through like a lot of chaos in your life, especially if you're getting older, make sure that you pause that surgery. I feel like recovery has been really hard for me because I've been going through a lot of stress. And I recently went to the ER because my blood pressure got really low, and I've been going through a lot. Like, went through a recent death of a friend. Just some family trauma came about. So here I am. Luckily, I have a really amazing plastic surgeon. He always picks up his phone when I need him. He's been so supportive of me. If you guys don't know, I am African American, regardless of how light skinned I am. So I am prone to keloiding and having very thick scarring. So he's been helping me in telling me what to put on my scars. So I have the most minimal scarring ever. Honestly, I wish I could show my breasts on here because the way he cut my breasts, like, he literally he put the most perfect scars on my body that I am so confident that when they heal, they're gonna be gorgeous. It's been taking me a while to heal, and I think it's because of just all the stress I've been going through. Before the surgery, I was very nervous as well because the surgeon I went to previously for some liposuction, he really made my life hard. You do your research before going to a doctor. Like I said, the doctor I just went to, he's amazing. So a lot of you may be asking, well, what is the cost of getting a breast reduction and a breast lift? Well, if you want it done the right way by a reputable doctor, it's going to cost you minimum of $10,000. And if it's anything less and you want to go out of the country, just know that you have risks. Don't get me wrong, there may be reputable doctors outside of the country. Like, I got my teeth done in Colombia, but do your research. I always go to realself.com, and I also look on Google reviews, Facebook groups. I'll type in that doctor. I was actually going to go to another doctor, but then I found out that he unalived somebody. So I was so blessed to have looked him up before giving him my money. You pay cheap, you get cheap. As far as recovery goes, I think with any surgery, which I made the mistake of not doing so, stay stress-free, drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, stay healthy, to make sure that you're healing on time, make sure that you're keeping those areas moist, drink pineapple juice, or use any of those remedies to decrease bruising. Make sure that you're walking around to prevent any blood clotting, especially if that runs in your family. Make sure that, you know, if you're feeling warm, you check your temperature, because that could be a sign of infection if you do have a high fever. And just make sure you're getting great sleep, as well as just checking your wounds and changing the gauze as much as possible with the proper bras, fitting bras. I think this is so important. But yeah, I just had to be very upfront and honest about the surgery I did. And if you guys would like me to show you any vlog footage or maybe communicate with y'all about the process, let me know. I love you guys. I try my hardest to keep it real with you, and let me know what videos y'all want to see soon in the near future. Just anything, I'm here. And I really don't want to leave again. So love y'all, and remember, you're a boss. Ciao.